What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? Happy Monday. We are back at it. I've made some purchases this morning, looking over the markets, trying to get an idea of what could happen this week. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin on the weekly and the monthly, right? I'm going to give you an idea of essentially, are we going to continue to go sideways? We're going to take a look at a line that it might intersect with, when it's going to intersect. We're going to take a look at 4 cryptos. One is Tectum, because last time I said Tectum, I said we're going to take a look at it. We never looked at it, so we've got to look at Tectum. We're going to take a look at CTI, Cleantech CTI, because it's making some noise all of a sudden on the chart. Stobucks, STBU, and prop base. We're going to look at all those charts, and then we're going to look at a Twitter response. So I'm on Twitter, and some guy responded with something that I want to share with you guys. All right, give you guys some strength this week. In Spanish they say ánimo. Give you guys some like raise you up. Give you guys some strength. All right, and so without further ado, let's do this. All right, so let's take a look at Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing? Essentially sideways, right? Essentially sideways, but here's something interesting. If we continue this trajectory, right, when do we touch this line? Assuming that we don't touch it now, and we haven't, as you can see right here, right? You can see these wicks. Last few days, nothing really, okay? There was over 500 million inflows, in new money in Bitcoin through the ETFs. Okay, so I mean, hey, right? MicroStrategy also just picked up some 3,000 Bitcoin at a price of 51,000.8. So I mean, interesting. This week could turn out to be positive. All right, but this was needed, okay, because a lot of indicators needed to be reset, okay, and this is a great way to do it, okay, instead of just keep going up and then dumping and resetting with a dump. Going sideways is great. There's a lot of strength in these markets right now, guys. Make no mistake about it. This is great opportunity right now, because who knows how long this is going to last, this sideways accumulation, this sideways period before. Again, my bias is towards the upside. I do not think we're going to go too much lower. At some point, we're going to touch this, right? But if we continue this, as I was talking, as I mentioned, if we continue this sideways action, when do we touch this line? Around March 7th. March 7th, more or less. Around March 7th is when we touch this line, guys. All right, so it could be that we just do that, just go more and go sideways until March 7th, touch it, and then my bias would be that would bounce from here. I don't know if we drop it, if we lose it. Maybe, but if we do lose it, I would think it would just be kind of like some wicks, maybe like a body or two here at the 50 before moving back up at a fake out, essentially. Okay, that's how I see it. I do not see it dropping too much lower now. There's just too much interest, too much money and coming into the space, and we're getting way too close to the halving, guys. All right, so I mean, hey, stranger things have happened, and you just never know. Let's take a look at this on the weekly. All right. I was talking about resetting things because 4 weeks in a row. This is looking at Bitcoin on the weekly. 4 weeks in a row. Now we have 2 weeks sideways. Okay, resetting indicators, resetting everything. The market kind of fundamentals catching up with the price, if you will. All right, so this is actually good to see, in that it's just little bodies right here sideways like this, basically, right? You can live with that. You can definitely live with that, guys. That's fantastic. And if we have to go through this and maybe just do that here, then it is what it is. Let's see if we can take a look at it through this way. This is another chart that I made. As you can see, we're on this, right? This channel going up, and we are just above it. And now it looks like we're going to retest it, although we haven't really touched it, right? That doesn't mean that we have to. It could be that we just kind of go a little sideways. Maybe we test it and then kind of go up and spend some time in this space between 60,000. And the other ones I have it at 58, what do I have that space up here? This number right here, 58,164. And this one I just have it as a psychological number, all right, at 60,000, which would be a psychological number. But if I wanted to be more precise, I could just wick it down to like 58 something, which is, I think, where the resistance would be before 60,000. But anyways, so between this space, between 58,100, I would say, and then this ascending line, which goes up all the time, 51, 52. At the Bitcoin halving, that line is at 54,000. All right, so it's getting really stretched. Either here or my secondary would be in between here, just below it, between 50,000 and just below it. And again, this would be going up. We'll see in the next couple of weeks how that turns out. Are we up here or are we just kind of right here? Which would be boring either way, right? And this would be less boring up here, and this would be more boring. So maybe this would be kind of the thing to do. But we'll see. We gotta take things day by day and digest the information as it comes. So that's the weekly. But it's good to see a reset. Okay, and it needed to cool off because if we take a look at this chart. I think I already did this already, but this is ascending line that we're up against. Has a relationship with Bitcoin for a while, all right, since 2015, 2014, all right. This is looking at a Bitcoin in the monthly. This was 800 and something days underneath it, more or less, and then we were above it, 800 and something, including these wicks. So I was just including the wicks, 800 and something days. We're at 600 and something. 800 and something would take us into a more or less around September. Let me do that again really quick. Yeah, it would take us into September, October. All right. So maybe we spend some time just kind of playing around there. It's possible until that time before it just take off. It's possible. We'll see. But I mean, going back to the whole reset thing. I mean, since January, right? We've just been going up, right? And the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, we've been going just green. No red, no sideways, nothing. And so I think we're due. Right? We're due for some type of sideways consolidation for maybe a couple of months, maybe until the Bitcoin halving, right? Although that's only a couple months away. So, hey, that could be it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe the two bodies are going to be like one here and one here, just sideways, boom, boom, in between the lines. All right, so that's something. Now, another thing that came to my attention is the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, and the S&P. Now, I'm not in stocks, but seasonally they're also due for a correction according to what I've been seeing. Okay, so I mean, if that happens, it'd be interesting to see if Bitcoin follows suit, or if Bitcoin kind of breaks its trend and decides to do its own thing, which is quite possible now with the ETFs, because there are some things that are changing for Bitcoin, right? It's maturing, it's kind of becoming its own thing, although everything is always interconnected. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. All right, so we're going to leave that there. We're going to leave Bitcoin there. Let's take a look at the altcoins. All right, Tectum. First one, I wanted to show Tectum because last time, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I said Tectum and I never showed Tectum. Sorry guys, I'm old. These things happen. You get senile. All right, so Tectum is in this nice little triangle right here. Okay. And the lower part of this triangle, and we are getting close to getting really, really squeezed, right? Tectum is trading at $30.83 right now. We're not at the top part of this triangle, but I mean, even today, the difference between the top is $35 and the bottom is $29. All right, so I mean, it's getting squeezed, and every day that's getting closer and closer and closer, which means that eventually this thing is going to have to decide which direction it goes. And as you guys know, my bias is towards the upside, so I think from here this thing could blast off. So if you're looking for a token, if you're looking for a project, all right, and this also has the Bitcoin network narrative as well, because go take a look at what it does. I mean, it gives you some exposure there to the, what is it, BRC20 type of network, the Bitcoin network. And so it gives you some exposure to that, which is going to be probably a hot narrative as well. So Tectum is one to definitely take a look at. I think it's at, over 100 million market cap. So, I mean, I don't know if it can give you 100x, but I'm pretty sure it can give you 50 to 80. It's my average buy right there, $4.66. And by the way, that's when I started to mention it to my audience, all right, that I was buying Tectum, because whenever I make a move, I let you know what I do. All right, next one, CTI. Cleantech CTI. I don't talk about it too much, but it's worth mentioning now, because look at this. All right, look at that. It started moving. Right now it's having a pullback. Okay, this is a AI play, right? And pharmaceuticals. It's bringing pharmaceuticals and AI, pharmaceutical studies, with AI trying to make that better, apparently, according to them. That's the way things are done now. It's too antiquated, and they want to bring that into the 21st century. So, hey, this pump looks pretty good. Now, it'd be interesting to see. It'd be interesting to see if this thing bounces here, or if we're just taking a breather like this right here and continues up. I think I've made mention that I wanted to maybe sell if it got here. I haven't sold. Right? I kind of learned my lesson from Delicium. I'm just gonna let my winners ride for a little while and wait before and wait for it to top over. Once it tops over, once I see that, and if I still want to get out, then I will. But for right now, I think I'm gonna let it ride because this is cool. I like seeing that, and it's still got a long way to go. It's still a low market cap. Let's see how. I mean, the last time it bounced off of this hard. Well, the last time was this, and it wasn't too much. But previous to that, in December and January, bounced up, and then it slowly went back here. Could it be that we do finally see something like that, and then from here broke all these areas of resistance and start coming up? Maybe it's possible, or it could be just little inverse small tiny head and shoulders right here that kind of bring it to past this, where this would say to go. It already went past that, so we'll see. Right now I'm just riding it, seeing what happens, but I wanted to bring it to your attention because, hey, this should tell you something, right? That's good to see that this thing is moving that way, and maybe you want to take a look at it if you're looking for projects. Right now, would I get in? I'd do my homework first, and I wouldn't put too much money in it. It's a very low cap gem. It's a really low cap project, but hey, you just never know which projects are going to take off. So I have a decent chunk of money in it that I divested when the last time I was around here. I took a little bit off, but I only took like a quarter off of what I had in there. So I still have a decent amount in here, and so I'm riding this. I'm letting it go. I'm waiting to see what happens. If it does go up more, and I see some other things that I want to get into, maybe I'll sell. But right now, I'm not gonna, because I still have the Delicium money that I'm still putting back into the market. All right. Okay, so that's Tet Cti. Let's take a look at Stobox. Stobox, I've been trying to buy more and more of. I still have another 50% that I want to put in, but it's actually I've mentioned that this is where I wanted to buy it, and it pumped on Sunday. All right, although I was buying here. I only put in 50% of what I wanted to put in, and it pumped on Sunday, and so now I'm just waiting to see what happens. Does it come back down? Test here. I'm trying to get it below this is my most recent hodl bag price. All right, 0.057. I'm trying to see if it comes back down here and gets back in this area again before I buy again. If it does that, I'm gonna buy what I can over the course of a few days, as fast as I can. Well, relatively. So I don't know how long it's going to stay here for. Maybe if it does come down here, maybe it does stay here for a little while, and I will be patient. I'm pretty good at DCAing it. All right, so we'll see. But if not, then if it does kind of move away, then I will start adding a little bit on red days. But for now, I'm waiting to see if it comes back into this little triangle, or if it at least touches this ascending line, which today would be at around just above my average buy price. It's about 0.058, and my average buy price is 0.057 for this little hodl bag that I have. For this little hodl bag, short-term hodl bag, my average buy for my big bag is 0.022. All right, so I mean, I've been in this project for a while during this consolidation. All right, so that's Stobox, and now another one, prop base. This is a real world asset play. I'm big on real world asset plays, and I see this line right here, kind of cutting right through. All right, and it looks like we are kind of playing with it. All right, we spent some time below it. We spent a little bit of time above it, more time below it, and now we're just slightly above it. Let's see if we keep it this time. It seems like it's kind of a base. So the closer you get to this line at 0.024, I think not bad to start DCing into a good project, a new project. These type of projects can definitely pump. Eventually, I think this definitely will. You could buy it on MEXC prop base. Definitely worth taking a look at as well. All right, let me just quickly mention what I bought today. I bought Creo, which is right here, and I did over the weekend put in my average buy price for my current little hodl bag positions, my small hodl bag positions. My small hodl bag positions at 0.08 cents, right? right here. So that's my average. Okay, this is my buy for my little hodl bag for my Delicium winnings that I've been putting back. Identified cryptos that I wanted. Creo is one, and right now it's just kind of towing this line as well too. So I'm thinking this is a good buy zone. Anything below my average buy for this little hodl bag, I've been buying. So that's why I bought there. Synverse is the other one that I bought because I like this project, and lately it's finally woken up. It's doing the, as far as I can see it, the second shoulder, all right, of this move up, and we're getting closer and closer to this neckline, guys. After that, I think it's pretty good on, and it was red day, and it's actually below my hodl bag, my smaller position of my big bag, which is down here. Let's do this, right, 0.0025, basically bought the bottom, and right now it's at a, and then I bought a bigger position, not a bigger position, but bigger money. This bigger money, I paid a lot less for this one, and it's a bigger, I had more coins for here than what I bought here. I put a lot more money in this one here, and now I'm just waiting, and it looks like it's gonna, this is gonna be a good trade. It's gonna be proved to be a good trade because this thing's gonna blast through here and go up big time. So I've been putting money here, and I bought some today because it's a couple of red days. It looks like it's testing this area right here of support. Hopefully we keep it 0.012 and then bounce and then eventually start moving back up. And then of course the other one that I bought today is Trias. Trias looks like maybe we lost this line, but that's cool. This is my buy price for this little hodl bag, the Delicium winnings, 1547. If it drops down here to 12, I will buy some more. I will buy it down here. If it does hit down here, retest it before, probably might bias this towards the upside, or maybe this is just a quick little fake out, which is cool. That's a perfect opportunity for me to buy, which is what I did this morning. Brought this average down. But my hodl bag position, my hodl bag price, $2.88. All right. So, hey, and I've been mentioning Trias to my community in Spanish and you guys even before this price. Okay, because I did buy it before. I've known about it for since it came out. All right. Anyways, that's it. I wanted to share with you this as well. Okay, that's it for what I bought. What I wanted to share with you guys is this. This is a response by this guy Salz888. He was responding to something I made mention about WhatsPay. WhatsPay, $30 billion market cap. He's talking about that it could happen relatively quick, okay? And I thought this was pretty interesting right here, okay? This is the power of crypto, and this is how fast things can happen. If you are positioned correctly in tokens, and they don't even have to be great tokens, really. They can just be great for that season, for that season, all right? And that's all you really need to focus on, right? If you're new, focus on the 4-year, and who knows what's going to happen in this next one, if that 4-year cycle is going to continue or if it's going to change. It looks like it might be changing slightly, but previously, it just, you buy during the 4-year cycle, right? During the bears, and you sell all during the bull. No matter how much you love a project, don't get married to it, because in the next season, there's going to be something shinier, something newer, and something that will probably outperform yours. All right, so Doge went up close to 10x in a day on January 2021, while it was already a $1 billion coin. Okay, Theta market cap went from 1 billion to 12 billion in 3 months. 1 billion to 12 billion in 3 months. Rune market cap went from 200 million to almost 5 billion in 5 months, guys. File reached at some point fully diluted close to 400 billion fully diluted, guys. All right, ICP launched at a 250 billion fully diluted. Axie market cap went from 200 million to 10 billion in 5 months. Its fully diluted was 43 billion, guys. Okay, 43 billion. Gala market cap reached 5.4 billion at its top, while it was a 5 million market cap project at the beginning of 2021. At the beginning of 2021, 5 million market cap, and it reached 5.4 billion. So these things can happen, guys, if you pick the right coins. All right. Tel market cap went from 10 million to 30 billion. That's 300x, but apparently this guy's math is better. It says 3000x in 5 months, guys. All right. That's the power of crypto, and then hopefully that gives you some hope. That gives you some strength to be like, yeah, I'm on the right path. I'm doing what I'm supposed to. I'm picking the right coins. I'm doing my homework, and it can hit not just one, a few. All right. This is like crypto. You get in the right projects. It's like winning the lottery in slow motion within a 4-year period. All right. So keep that in mind. All right. And we will talk tomorrow. Have a good one. If you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. Greatly appreciate it. As you guys know, I'm trying to grow this channel. It's slowly growing, but I'd like to see it grow some more. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.